TF2 has been one of my favourite games of all time for quite a while now, and I've been playing TF2 for quite a while now. Not as much as some other people, but that's still a lot of hours to put into one game, especially one that hasn't had a major update for years now. But that got me thinking, after almost 15 years of TF2 history and with some of the current issues that we're facing, is it still a good idea to just stick with casual mode, or are you better off just playing in servers owned by the community? Considering how long I've played TF2 for now, and since I'm nearing tier 3 in casual mode, I think I'm qualified to answer this. Also because this idea has been floating around in my head for 2 years now and I kinda want to get it over and done with. Let's start off with community servers, the thing that's been here since 2007, the very beginning. Up until Meet Your Match in 2016, community servers are basically the only way to play TF2, and from what I can tell, QuickPlay was just a glorified server browser. Community servers can be a mixed bag. There are servers like Uncletopia, which give the player just a basic casual experience with little to no plugins. And then there are similar servers like Skyo, which basically have the same premise but with more plugins. There are servers like Jump Academy, which basically teach you how to get better at the game. There are times 10 and randomizer servers, death run servers, the list just goes on and on. Community servers can be a great way to experience maps in a new, different, and sometimes wacky ways, like Higher Tower and Abandoned Upward. The downsides to community servers are simple. The server browser is pretty outdated and kinda clunky. Easy to navigate for a new player who knows their way around the source engine, but it can be pretty complicated to navigate for a new player. Some servers have an unnecessary amount of plugins, some of which can slow a computer down. I know this from experience. And there are other servers which can just take you a really long time just to get in, because of the amount of assets and maps you have to download. Oh, and sometimes you just can't get into the server you want to play on just because it has too many players in the server at the time. Up until 2016, there was really no reward for playing the game. Closest you could get was a new level on one of your strange items or just a new item shop. But then, in July of 2016, Meet Your Match rolled around, ditching quick play for a new matchmaking mode called Casual. Now, I wasn't around in the TF2 community until 2018, well after Jungle Inferno, but what I do know is that the release of casual mode was really shaky, sometimes taking literal hours to get into a match, and if you're unlucky enough, matches themselves could take hours to finish if you were put into a game mode like Capture the Flag or Control Points. Casual mode from Jungle Inferno to nowadays is actually pretty fun to play on your own, but it's especially more fun to play with friends. And although casual badges and XP are purely cosmetic, it's pretty satisfying when you level up, especially going up a tier. Which, if you didn't know, there are 8 tiers and 150 levels in each tier. TF2 has always been a pick up and play game, and casual mode just enforces that. Servers are one of the most important aspects of an online only game. Without servers, then there wouldn't even be a game to play. If the people who keep the game up and running shut down the servers, then they effectively shut down the game as well. Team Fortress 2 is one of those games where if Valve was to shut the casual servers down altogether, the game would probably still be up and running under the power of many community servers. To know which is better, you just need to know what you think yourself, because it's all subjective. In my opinion, I think casual mode is the better one out of the two. It may have its flaws, but so do community servers. I'm one of those people who'd rather just play the vanilla game. It's the way it's meant to be played. I myself just seem to have a lot more fun playing casual than I ever have playing on a community server. Now don't get me wrong, community servers are fun. They're a great way to freshen things up a bit. Playing on community servers can give you a really good time. A lot of the minigames people come up with are fantastic and really creative. They're a great way for YouTubers to hold events, and without community servers, third-party competitive wouldn't even exist. Unless Valve was to completely overhaul casual mode, I don't think you'll ever be able to fight Saxton Hale himself in a Valve server. And without community servers, this beautiful map wouldn't be able to be a thing. But after a while, all those minigames, all those courses and Jump Academy, after so many randomized loadouts, everything just starts to feel repetitive. At least in casual mode, you're going to get a slightly different experience each time. Another thing is that getting into a casual match is really simple. You just press the Find Game button, choose what maps and game modes you want to play, queue up, and then you're done. And you don't need to worry about all those shitty plugins and whatnot. The only thing you really need to worry about is whether the enemy team has good players on it or not. Casual mode is a great way to experience vanilla TF2 without having to look too far, and despite its problems, it still brings me and a lot of other people a lot of joy. But if you're one of those people who'd rather experience something different in the game, then joining a community server would probably be a better decision. Unless you want to delve deep into the alternative game modes in casual. Like I said, it all comes down to personal preference. I myself will probably just stick to playing casual mode, and if I do play in a community server, I'll either be on Jump Academy, or on a server that just mimics casual mode. But that doesn't stop you from playing regularly on community servers. Do what you want. If you're one of those people who always plays casual mode, I would recommend you to play on community on servers. You never know, you might meet a new friend or two, you might find a new game mode that you really enjoy, and you might just get more enjoyment out of the game instead of playing regular old TF2.